Hey guys, it's Tia, welcome to the video, hope you're all doing well. So today I wanted to talk about some Etsy updates for 2021 that I thought people might be interested in knowing about, especially focusing on the new fee that they've added in, the regulatory operating fee. Video linked up there, which is the Etsy fees breakdown. So I break down pretty much all the fees that you need to pay for selling on Etsy. It's very confusing because they don't list them very well on their website. I did get some questions about that, so I thought, if these people weren't aware of it, then there might be a lot of other people that weren't as well. Just wanted to do a quick video updating you guys on what this is. So if we look at the beginner's guide to Etsy fees, you'll see they list those 3 key fees on their website. So if you watch YouTube videos about breaking down the Etsy fees, then most people will only talk about these 3 fees because, well, they're the only fees that are listed in this beginner's guide. But there's actually another fee that they've introduced that they haven't updated. I break all these fees down and also how to calculate where you should price your item in my video up there. I've included my own calculator as well, so you don't have to do it all by hand. Okay, and this regulatory operating fee, they did send us an email about it, but it was pretty easy to miss. So this was something introduced on the 1st of July, so last month, pretty recent. And basically it's just a little extra fee, a little tiny extra fee to cover the extra costs of selling online because of the recent situation. More people are shopping online now. High street retailers are losing out, so the government wants a little piece of that. They've just added in a little bit of extra tax, really. So the key thing here is which countries will be charged a regulatory operating fee. So it's only these countries, okay? So some people got confused, especially people from the US. They DM'd me to say, oh, what's this regulatory operating fee about? Because I was talking about it in my video because I'm from the UK, so it's going to apply to me. But if you're outside of these countries, then it's not going to apply to you, okay? So in the UK, you can see it's 0.25%, which really isn't that much. I mean, I guess if you're selling very low ticket or high ticket items, then it might be something you want to consider because obviously if you're selling like a sticker for $2, then every penny, every cent counts, right? But overall, it's really, in my opinion anyway, not that much. So the UK, 0.25%. France, a little bit more, 0.4%. Italy, same. Spain, 0.4%. And Turkey, 1.1%. Okay, so that's what you'll see in the payment account. So you won't just be seeing those 3 fees, the listing, transaction, and payment processing fees. You'll be seeing this regulatory operating fee as well if these apply to you, okay? And VAT on these fees, well, it's such a tiny amount. Like, if you're only paying like 2p for a regulatory operating fee, then VAT is 20%, so you're not going to be paying half a penny. I'm pretty sure they won't charge you for that. But if you're selling something very expensive, then if the maths works out and you can actually get a whole number of pennies out of that, then you may have to pay VAT on it. So that is basically all you need to know. And if you wanted to know a bit more about why they're doing it, then as I said, it's just because of the changes in shopping habits, so the government wants a little bit of tax from that, okay? So UK Digital Services is a paper by the Times. We won't be able to read all of it because you need to pay, but basically tells you the situation going on. So the UK's Digital Services Levy prompts Etsy to up its fees. 4.4 million sellers around the world. Government's attempt to level the tax playing field between internet retailers and high street shops suffered another blow, as it emerged that Etsy, the online marketplace, is about to pass on part of the Digital Services levy to sellers. So yeah, the government has increased its digital services tax. Etsy needs to find a way of paying for that. We're going to have to pay for it. It's understood that Etsy will charge UK sellers a regulatory fee of 0.25% on every transaction from the 1st of July to help cover the cost of compliance. So it's not just UK fees, but it's also other countries as well. So France, Spain, Turkey, Italy. This is equivalent to 6p on a £25 order. So that's just puts into perspective how really not that significant it is. As I said, if you're selling very high or very low ticket items, it might matter. That is basically the reason why you're going to be paying this new fee. So if you're an Etsy seller, then I would recommend you follow this page. So the site updates page where they list you all of these important updates so you don't miss anything. I'll link it down in the description. I've had a look through it. They haven't actually talked about the regulatory operating fee here. So I guess they just assumed that we would all be seeing and reading that email properly. But there are some important things. So yeah, just look through this page and see if anything applies to you. I've just picked out some things that I thought were significant. So firstly, updates to listing categories and attributes on Etsy. So this would be a good page to follow if you're selling in niche categories. So yeah, there's a ton of special items on here. So by special items, they mean things like gemstones, video games, jewelry as well, so different categories of jewelry, and they just keep updating their categories, so you can add new categories to your listings. So in July 2021 they added 82 new options to the gemstone type attribute, new categories for video games, so you can sell parts of video games here, Kurta category for boys and girls clothing. Yeah, I'm not sure what half of these things are. So new categories tailored to sellers in India. I've got new clothing, home and living, all of these different Bollywood attribute option, new fabrics, so you can add different types of fabric. As you know, when you list something on Etsy, there's like 100 billion different options of stuff you can put on, but obviously if any of these apply to you, then it's gonna be beneficial to put them on, because if somebody is looking for that, then they can find it, right? Yeah, May 2021 we've got new accessories, new racket sport, yoga, got all sorts of different types of stuff. So just keep an eye on this page if you're selling in so-called special categories, mostly jewelry. And also introducing a new streamlined delivery experience. So this is just saying that there are some details that you have to fill in now. So when you fill in the shipping area on your Etsy listing, before there were like optional categories, so like the mail class and stuff like that, but now you're going to have to fill that in. It's going to be compulsory to fill these in, and that's just to improve managing the customer's expectations about when their order is going to arrive. The things that you're going to have to list now: estimated delivery date, that's obviously going to help, and delivery company and mail class. Okay, so these are no longer optional, you're going to have to list these. I mean, if you're using a production partner, then they might list it for you, like when you automatically push stuff over. I know Printful does, but if you're just selling handmade stuff or standalone items and you're shipping yourself, then you're going to have to add these things in. So delivery company and mail class, processing time, postcode you're delivering from, add tracking before marking an order as complete. So you shouldn't be marking the order as complete before you actually ship it out. When it's with your delivery person, then that's when you can mark the order as complete, because as I said, they don't want to confuse customers. So yeah, you can also choose other if you don't want to add, and also marking an order as complete only when it's with the delivery company to avoid buyer confusion, as I said before. And then also they've introduced this thing called Star Seller. I mean, in my opinion, it's quite nice to have these extra seller awards, but some people think it's a bit patronizing. I mean, anything that improves the customer experience is a positive in my eyes, but I guess there have been mixed opinions about this. So on the 28th of July, so that's just a few days ago, today we're introducing Star Seller, a way for Etsy to reward shops that consistently offer good customer service. So I keep saying this, but customer satisfaction is the key on Etsy, well, mainly because of the reviews. When people leave a review and a star rating, it's going to show up on all of your products. It's not just specific to one product, just a new like label, I guess, they're going to give to some sellers if they meet certain criteria. So that's responding to messages, dispatch, and 5-star rating. The criteria that they're going to be looking at is the response rate. So you need to respond to 95% or more of initial messages within a day. Dispatch, 95% or more of your orders dispatched within the stated processing time, adding the things that we just talked about. So make sure you fill all these criteria. 5-star ratings, orders, sales, and shop tenure. So at least 10 orders, and so yeah, just some earning thresholds there. And then you can be a star seller, so you can get a nice little Etsy star. And this is not such a recent update. Well, it's 20th of October last year, but thought it was just important to point out as well. So Klarna is something that customers can use to pay in installments instead of paying upfront. So if you're, advertising on social media or Instagram or something, you can say, oh, you don't have to buy this upfront. You can pay in installments if it's, a pricey type of gift or something, attracts more buyers. Yeah, those are the developments that I thought were worth pointing out. Obviously, I just covered them very superficially there. I will link all these and this page as well down in the description if you want to have a look at it and see what's relevant to you, okay? I think this is a very useful page to follow. Just keep checking back on this page if you are an Etsy seller. So hopefully that answers your questions about the regulatory operating fee. They're not very good at sort of listing all the new updates in one place. If you have any questions, I will try my best to find out for you, so leave them in the comments. Like the video if you found it useful, and subscribe, hit the notifications bell so you don't miss any of my videos. TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter down in the description as always, and I will see you in the next video.